general terms, the Bills don't have a high draft pick, and when that happens, we don't usually care too much. I find this year's draft fascinating with the 4 quarterbacks working in, certainly in the top 6 picks.
I wouldn't even touch him. I wouldn't even be honest with you. I'd touch one quarterback maybe, but everybody else is kind of a iffy. And the question that is so interesting with Bryce Young. Bryce Young, there was a size thing that seems not to be a concern. He stopped talking to the rest of the teams that could have drafted him afterwards. Obviously, it could be Carolina or Houston, whoever it'd be. But there's a lot of defensive players in this draft that I think a lot of people are overlooking. So, look, I understand the whole thing about the number of players and their character, but there's a lot of top-quality defensive edge rushers in this draft. So, quarterback, we tend to push him a little bit too much, especially, I think, in this draft.
Well, but to that point, a lot of mocks that I'm seeing have got quarterbacks in the first 4 picks after some deals.
Well, this week, as we tape this, Will Levis, who was supposed to be potentially a second-round pick, all of a sudden he's the favorite to be the second overall pick, completely out of nowhere, right? And Vegas knows things when they move things around. Look, there is word that there isn't a lot of first-round talent in the first round this year. In fact, Brandon Beane, general manager of the Bills, was asked about it at minicamp, and he said, we don't have a lot of first-round grades. So you're going to see a lot of movement, right? You've already seen a lot of movement. It seems that teams that need to get impact players this year are going to try and get their way up the board and sacrifice picks maybe down the road. I feel like Buffalo might be one of those teams.
Levis came out of nowhere, and look how Spence betted due to one public sort of situation that came out, has started to fall a little bit. Plus, he's a little bit older than you would think he would be more mature. But then again, we're not sure about Levis's maturity. It's we're pushing all these, Richardson, all these other guys that are being sort of pushed up the board because the NFL wants to produce more quality quarterbacks. Look how it's worked out the last few years with Jalen Hurts and all the other different quarterbacks that are out there that are young and prospering. Josh Allen, one of them.
Okay, but you bring that up. Let's go back to the Josh Allen draft, right? Like, Josh Allen was an afterthought. Lamar Jackson, they wanted to convert to wide receiver, right? If you look at the quarterbacks, the 5 taken in the first round, Baker Mayfield's on his 4th team now. Sam Darnold, does he even have a team? I think he's playing on my daughter's flag football team. Josh Allen is arguably the best quarterback of that draft. Josh Rosen is in the witness protection program, and Lamar Jackson is looking to get a contract.
But not arguably.
Yeah.
The Bills hit the jackpot.
But my point is, the 2 guys that were the ones expected the least to do well have leaps and bounds been better than the 3 guys that were rock-solid dunk prospects. You have no idea what's going to happen. I don't care what program, what eyes, how many years you have in the league. These GMs don't know.
I would not take too many gambles on quarterbacks. Maybe Young, number 1, C.J. Stroud, possibly. Ohio State quarterbacks do not perform well in the NFL, but there's a lot of defensive players you could add to your team.
Give me quickly as we wrap this up. Give me a team or a guy that you're especially paying attention to when this thing hits.
The Texans and DeMeco Ryan. I think he goes defense. He is that type of guy.
And they're sitting 2 right now.
2. So there's all this talk about them getting a quarterback, which they need. But I think that's a guy you can't miss.
No, you shouldn't be back in the top 5 again. You need to take your quarterback now. Like, I don't get this idea. What are you going to do? You're going to run Davis Mills back out there? You're going to trade for Trey Lance from the 49ers? Why would you not take a quarterback at 2?
Give me a team and a guy.
Oh, we just brought him up, Will Levis. And I'm following Will Levis because he's the Josh Allen comparison here. And I want to know how many years are guys going to get the Josh Allen comparison before the Josh Allen comparison isn't a good thing anymore.
There is a concern that Will Levis loves Will Levis more than Will Levis. So I'm a little bit worried about how he feels about himself.
Yeah, we'll see.